Hi everybody, so today's video is going to be about Basil. I've been a bit worried about him this week, to be honest. When I weigh taped him about a couple of weeks ago now, maybe 3 weeks, he was the same as normal. This week, or the Sunday, and then this week, I suddenly think he's lost lots of weight. I'm going to weigh tape him now and see what he is. But he looks quite, well, you'll see when I take the look. I'm quite, as I say, quite worried about him because he seems to have dropped quite a lot of weight quite quickly. So I'm going to weigh tape him now and see what he is. Okay, he's lost a little bit. He was on the 511 band on here before. I'll hold it up, and now he's in the 504 band. So he hasn't lost that much actually. But if you look, well, I can probably see his ribs. He seems to have lost quite a lot of weight across the top here. And on his shoulders and on his bottom, which you'll see in a minute when I swap his rug over. But there, you could probably see his ribs, which is why I don't think only using weight tape is any good. Obviously I get him above weight going into the winter, but this is unusual with him. As I say, his neck also looks a bit skinny. I'm just going to change his rug now though, so that she doesn't get cold. So now you can see his bottom as well. He's lost quite a lot here. Looks much more angular. I know he is angular, but he's lost quite a lot on the top here. Anyway, so as I say, this video is going to be about him. I'm going to, over the weekend, review his, tell you what I've done this week with his food and that sort of thing. But I wanted to start off with a weigh tape to have a look at, see how he is, and take it from there. I've decided to give him a few weeks off riding. It's probably only going to be this month, just February, so that I can really try and get and sort him out, stop the loss really. Chesney is also struggling. He's got some bruises on the soles of his feet, so he's okay, but he's just starting. He's feeling a little bit footsore, so I don't want him running up and down anymore either. So I'm going to give, as I say, going to give Basil probably February off. Give Chesney's feet a recovery time, but also give me a chance to get some weight back on Basil. I'll talk about how I'm going to do that over the weekend, so I will see you later. Some excited boys. You can't really see it because of the sun's over there. They're quite excited because I've taken the fence down, especially Tommy. He's just running round and round. Which I wish he wouldn't, because he's making a mess. There you go.
I'm hoping they're going to eat some grass because that was the whole purpose. Silly pony. Oh, in the mud. I'm going to fence off that side of the field later. Wait till they've got rid of all this silly energy, I think, probably. He's coming back, ready for the corner. I mean, really, there's not much grass on there, but obviously there's more probably than on here. I don't know, they haven't been out on here since early January, so about a month. So it won't really have grown, but they haven't made a huge mess of it because they've not been out on it, so there's probably is some grass to nibble. There we go, I'm calming down now. Excellent, that's what I want. Eat some grass. Not so much for Tommy, but definitely for Basil and Chesney as well. Morning everybody. So the other thing that I'm going to do to, if not help Basil put on some weight, at least halt him losing it, because it is going to be at least another month before the grass starts to grow, is having another look at his diet. Now he at the moment has healthy hooves and I can't see him eating any more of that than he does. He doesn't get quite as much as the guidelines suggest because he won't eat any more than that really. Sometimes I feel like he's eating it because he has to. I'm sure that's not true, but I don't have that. I don't think he would eat any more. Obviously in the summer he does tend to put on quite a bit of weight. If you follow my videos you will have seen that over the summers, and he always loses it in the winter. So I don't worry too much. I do try not to get him put too much weight on. But this year, as I said last night, he has lost more than I would like now because it's going to be another month before the grass grows. So I've got to get him through the next month or 6 weeks. And I have started making some changes this week because obviously you have to do dietary changes for horses very gently or a bit at a time. So I've decided to start giving him some of the chaffy stuff that Chesney has. Basil is going to be 16 this year, so he's classed as a veteran for a lot of feed companies, certainly for the insurance. So it may be that now is a good time to review his feeding anyway. Now he's been having so I started him off just adding a little bit of Chesney's chaff to his feed, just a little bit, and I've gradually increased it over the week. So now he's actually getting nearly half a scoop of that in addition to his other, and he loves that. that is the Denji Hi-Fi Senior. So he gets half a scoop of that now, as well as his healthy hooves. The other thing I've been doing, which I can only do because I'm not riding him, is I've decided to give him some sugar beet. Sugar beet sends him a bit loopy because of all the sugar in it. So I can't, so riding him when he's eating that is, or in the past, it's a long time since I've tried him with sugar beet, to be honest, so he might not be so bad this time. But I'm not wanting to try that, I don't think. So the fact that he's having a month off means I can feed him sugar beet as well. So in the last couple of days I've started giving him a little bit of sugar beet, and obviously, as you would imagine, he is absolutely loving it because it's so sugary and sweet. So now he's wolfing his breakfast down and his dinner, whereas he used to leave his dinner, he'd eat his breakfast, but his dinner he'd sort of leave, and we'd get it, but he'd finish it overnight. Now he's he's just eating it so quickly. So I'm going to gradually increase that a little bit, and then I think probably in another week or so, because obviously that's a bit of a change for him. Another week or so I might start putting some oil in his food as well, like I did with Chesney last year and the winter before. Chesney hasn't had any so far this winter. He seems to be maintaining his weight okay, and I'm not a big fan of the oil because it makes the bowls awful, and are really difficult to clean when they get all greasy, so but needs must. So as I say, I'm going to let his settle, because he has had some changes to his food this week already, so I'm not going to do it straight away, but I'm going to start adding some oil as well, and that shouldn't make him loopy, but it should help him put some weight on. Obviously I could start giving him some cubes as well. I'm not sure whether I'm going to need to do that or not. He's not had cubes or mix since I've had him, but it might be that I do need to rethink that. So I've got that in the back of my mind, that he might not start needing to have a nut in the winter. I would choose a nut over a mix because there's not so much sugary molasses in a nut as there is coating the mix, and as I say, that tends to send him a bit loopy often. So we might start giving him a nut. I'm going to see how we get on with this as it is, and you know, another 6 weeks the grass is going to start growing, and before you know it I'm going to be saying, oh, Basil's so fat I don't know what to do with him. So that's sort of the food review I'm doing with him. The other thing I've done, as you've just seen, is move the fence to allow them over here. There is obviously some grass for them to pick at over here, not a huge amount, but if Basil can keep picking, not only is he getting some grass in, he's also keeping warm, because he was spending quite a lot of time standing. He wasn't necessarily eating the hay for some unknown reason. He was sometimes, but not constantly, to keep him warm. So even if he's just picking at grass, he is getting some stuff into him and hopefully keeping himself warm. You can see where I've just moved the fence from, over there, and how much water there is in the field. It will go today, I would have thought, in the sunshine. There's Tommy down there. They've settled down now, they're just munching now. And as usual, Chesney's as close to Basil as he can get. So I'll keep you up to date on how we're getting on, and I'll be weight taping him regularly to keep a track of the situation, check he's not losing any more, and maybe putting a bit on. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, bye.